What's up guys, I'm Chirag and welcome to part 2.8 of the tutorial series on AWS CloudFormation. So guys, in this tutorial we will go through the outputs section within the CloudFormation template. So guys, the output section is optional within the template, and the optional output section declares output values that you can further import into other stacks in terms of cross-stack references. It can also return the outputs values in the response to the describe stack calls, and one can also quickly view the output value via AWS CloudFormation console. So for example, you can output the S3 bucket name for a stack to make the bucket easier to find. So now let's see how we can define output section within a template. So let's navigate to Sublime. So here, as you can see on my screen, we have this template and we are going to use this template throughout this tutorial. So let's have a look at the output section. So to define output section, it's basically similar to how we define resources or the parameters or the conditions, right? So to define outputs, we simply have to type in outputs colon, and this is how we can define output section. And the parameters or the structure of the outputs is basically the logical ID followed by the optional description. If we want to add, I will say optional description followed by a value that is mandatory. So this is going to be the value that we want to return, right? So value to return, and then we have optional export. So here we will say export. Now export will be having a key value pair that would be name colon a string or the value to be exported, right? So I will say value to export. So here this is the high level structure of the output. So logical ID mandatory, description optional, value is mandatory, export is optional. So now let's have a look at each of the component. So logical ID, it's the unique identifier that we define. So here, as you can see on line 32, instance avail is the logical ID and it's the unique identifier. And then we have description, which is optional. If you want to define, you can define or you can skip that. And then we have value, that is mandatory. So this is the value that we want to return, right? And then we have optional export. So export is basically used for a cross-stack references, right? And it have a key value pair that is name followed by a value that we want to export. But there are a few limitations for the export. So one of the limitation is that for each AWS account, export names must be unique within a region, right? So for example, here on line 36, I'm using avail zone, and this name should not be reused or duplicated within this region in any other stack, right? This name should stay unique. So that's one of the limitation, but again, there are also other few limitation or the restrictions, but that we will cover in the separate video, which might be on the cross-reference tag, right? So that's basically outputs. Let me comment this out. Now let's have a look at the template that we have. So here within this template, we are spinning up or creating an instance, right? So here, as you can see on line number 16, we have defined resources, and here we are spinning up an instance where we have instance type, which is coming from the parameters that the user will select that which instance type we want to spin. So user would be able to select from these three values. And then we have image ID, that is static. Then we have availability zone, where we are using two functions, that is intrinsic function, basically the select function, and the get AZS function. So here we are fetching availability zone for the current region, and we are selecting the second availability zone in which we want to spin up this instance. So I have covered select and the get AZS function. So I will post the link of this tutorials in the video description if you want to refer that. And then we have defined tags, that is a key value pair again. So name and its value is cf-demo. And finally, we have the output section. So here in the output section, we are basically returning two values, right? So here we have instance AVL, that stands for instance availability zone. So this is the logical ID. And then we have the value and within value we are using the intrinsic function, that is get attribute function, right, which basically fetches the attribute of the given logical ID. So here we are fetching availability zone from the instance as the logical ID from the resource, right? So this instance is defined on line number 17, and we want to fetch the attribute, which attribute, that is the availability zone. So again, I have covered get attribute function. I will again post the link of this video in the video description, right? And then we have optional description, which says availability zone. And again, we have optional export, which has the key value pair, that is name, as the string, that is avail zone, right? So again, I will reiterate that export is generally used for the cross-stack reference, right? So that we will have a look in the upcoming tutorial. And then on line number 38, we have another outputs, that is instance ID, where the value is basically the reference of instance, and the description is instance information. And again, we have the optional export, that is name as instance. So that's basically the high level of this template, or the high level overview of this template. Now let's navigate to the CloudFormation service, say create stack, say upload a file, upload a template file, choose a file, ec2_op.yaml in my case, say next, give the stack name, I will say outputs, I will select t2.micro, say next, next again, say create stack. Now here one limitation is that we can declare a maximum of 200 outputs in a template, right? So we can have 200 outputs in a given template. So that's basically a limitation on outputs. So now the stack is being created. Let's wait. So now as you can see, the stack creation is completed. Now to view the output values, we can click on outputs from here. And as you can see, we have two outputs, that is instance avail and the instance ID, and the values are USS1B and the instance ID, and then we have the description and the export name. So guys, this is how you can define or use outputs in your CloudFormation template. So guys, that's all I wanted to cover in this tutorial. Until that time, if you want me to do tutorial on any use case or service, then please leave them below, and I will try my best to come up with the tutorial as soon as possible. And if you have any queries or comments, then again please leave them below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and see you next time.